Hey people, it's Miriam again. Are you ready for some story time? Because here we go. Now, the rest of my stories, the ones that I've already told, and the ones I'm going to tell later this week are all like they happened a while ago. Well, this one just happened Saturday night. Saturday to Sunday. I went to a great birthday party, okay? And I'll put all these pictures in the videos, okay? And so you guys can look at them, and I'll see if I can post videos, but I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to play around with it, kind of. Because again, vlog it. I literally just got it. So, ooh, I should be Dr. Seuss. I just rhymed. Anyways, so I just have this big bag of candy that I'll be eating out of over here, like literally. So I'm gonna start out with a tiny Kit Kat. And I have a Coke over there too, but I'm just too lazy to reach it and show you guys. So, but I promise. It's been my alarm clock. So today's story is when I went to a birthday party Saturday night to my friends, and I did get permission to tell you guys their names. So, Amber, she was turning 15, and so that's kind of why we were all there. It was me, Amber's mom, Christine, McCaitlin, which we call her Mick, because we just don't say. I love her name, I really do. So McCaitlin, if you're watching this, I love your name. But I'm just going to stick with Mick, because that's kind of a long name. And then Abby. I think it's funny, it's kind of short names, and then it's McCaitlin. I don't know. But so I get to this birthday party, right? 5 o'clock. And I got there not a whole lot late, but it was probably 10 minutes late maybe. Because I was dumb and didn't plan ahead for a present, and so, yeah. But I got there, I got to get some pizza. And then all of a sudden, Amber there were only 4 of us counting. It was counting Amber, me, McCaitlin, and Abby. There were only 4 of us, so 2 teams, two and 2. So she handed out to $10 to each team, and Abby and I were on the same team, and we're like, "This is a trick. You're handing us $10." Amber wouldn't hand us $2. If we're like, "Hey, Amber, $2 just for anything, $2." So we're like, something's up. Amber just gave us $10. So anyways, we get in the car, and again, at this point, no one knows what's going on except for Amber and her mom. So Amber's explaining what's going on as we're going, and what she says is she goes, "So see this huge stack of papers on here?" And I say, "Yeah." And we're like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, this is what we're doing, okay?" And she handed us all our paper, and when we were reading it, we noticed that it was kind of weird. So I'll put that picture right here. And then as we were reading it, she goes, "Currently, we are going to the Kokomo Mall, and we're going to do a scavenger hunt, and all those things on the paper is what you have to do." Okay. I guess I would be doing those things. So Abby and I, we're in the back. It's a van, and so her mom's in the front. Then it's Amber and Mick, and then it's me and Abby in the very back. So Abby and I are texting and whispering and planning to see what we're gonna do. And Amber and Mick are doing the same thing in the middle seats. And we're talking and everything, and they put in a CD, and so we were all like singing all of a sudden, and it was super fun. And so we get to the mall, and we want to beat each other, like, not like beat each other, but like win. And so we completely run in opposite directions as soon as we get out of the car. So Mick and Amber go to Dick's first, and then me and Abby go to Macy's, and we're like split really fast, so we just run. And so, so weird. And luckily you did not have to go in order, because we had so much trouble finding like some of these. It was ridiculous. Like there's this one, it was like find 50 cents on the ground. That's not necessarily something you can find. Like, it's like kind of like a luck of the draw thing. So, we're going into Macy's, and we're like, we have to look for like mannequins and like certain people, like name certain names. So we're like asking people, we're like, what's your name? And they're like, and then we're like, we're doing a scavenger hunt, what's your name? And they're like, Jeff. Man, wrong name. Okay, bye. And then we just kept going. It's pretty awkward. I don't normally do stuff like that. So, like, I'd be like, okay, Abby, you go last one this time. Especially with guys. Like, I could not. Like, yeah. I just couldn't. So Abby would go up to the guys and explain, and I would talk to the girls. And I'm thinking about this one picture. Oh my gosh. You'll know what I'm talking about. We had to shake a hand with a bearded guy. So that's the one I'm thinking of. And so we're walking through Macy's and everything, and we're just like looking. And oh my gosh. And so we get everything that we thought we could get in Macy's, and then we go through the mall and other stores. This was the best, it was my favorite, like, thing I had to do ever, and I called dibs on it immediately. What it was is you had to go to a store and try something on that was too small, and then go ask the clerk if it fit. And so, okay, let me remind you something. I wear a large in women's, okay? So, me and my little friend here, we go into Justice, which is a kid's store, and I think the highest they have is like 16-18 or 18-20, something like that. And I somehow fit all this into a 12-14. And I don't know how I did it, but I couldn't like zip the front up all the way. It was so bad. I couldn't zip the front up all the way. And
which it clearly does. So we're just looking for
so I was just like walking around Justice with so bad, which I can't post that video because that video we didn't get very good picture or video of it because we were struggling with my stupid phone at the time. So yeah. But what I was wearing is I was wearing a kid's onesie. It was like pink and white, and it had like a fox hoodie thing. It had like a little tail. So I was like, as I was walking, I was like moving my butt, and like, it was so weird. It was so much fun. So like, I'm in this dressing room, and Abby's in there with me, trying to help me get it up because it's so tight. And so she's like in the back, and she's trying to pull it up in the back for me. And we zip it up as much as we can. And I walk out there, and I go up to the clerk, I'm like, I need your opinion on this. Does this fit? And I go like this, and she starts laughing. She's like, she didn't say anything, and so we start laughing, and then we go back into the dressing room and get rechanged. So yeah. There was another one where we had to wear high heels. There was another one, this was so funny. We had to, we had to make strangers spell out the words YMCA. And so, we came across these teenagers that some of them were probably younger than us, and some of them were about our age. I don't think they were older than 16. But we came up to them, and we didn't even see the mom beside them. We just like cut in front of them and like stopped them in their tracks and then asked them. And then they're like looking at each other about to say no, and their mom goes, "They'll do it. They'll do it." And so they're like, "I guess we'll do it." So I have that picture, and I will figure out how to post it here, which is at 10:32, probably 10:32 seconds is where I'll put it. So, we keep going through this whole thing, and it's so awkward because, it was so weird because, so we got in trouble with a police officer. It was really bad. Like, the funny thing is once we got in trouble, we were still looking for, a guy named, I think it was like Mike, Jake, or Sean, or something like that. And there was a Gus there too, I think. We were trying to find one of the names. And so, he was telling us that we can't do this, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's your name?" And he's like, he tells us, I don't even remember what it was. And we go, "Oh, dang it!" And it was just super weird. But one of the things on the paper was to ride a kiddie ride. So, Abby and I go over to these kiddie rides. It's like this little section thing of the mall in the middle of the floor of the mall. And we begin to get on this one, and then we realized that, we didn't feel very safe on it, so we got off of it. And it was super tight, too. And so we're, looking out, and we find one that we're like, okay, maybe we can actually fit our big butts onto this one for at least 2 seconds and have someone take a picture. So we get on that one, okay? And a police small cop officer, whatever you want to call them, comes over. And he's like, "You guys aren't supposed to be on that. You need to get your butts off right now." Well, not in that exact manner, but, and I told my guard teacher this, and she goes, "Why?" But, anyways, he's like, "You need to get off," and we're like, "We're just taking a quick picture. Here, can you take it for us?" And he's like, "You need to get down," and we're like, "Why?" We're just, we were full on, arguing at this point. And we're like, "Why?" We're just, sitting here. We're not, breaking it. And he goes, "Because there's a weight and age limit." We're like, "What?" And we're looking around, and we don't see anything. He goes, "Get up, and I'll show you." And so we get up, and he goes, "Age limit, 8. Weight limit, 75 pounds. Wait, let me tell you something. First of all, Abby and I are... Well, I'm 15, she's 16, and I am around 130, I think. So, me alone, that's too much. I'm over 75 pounds. I don't know how... Abby weighs less than I do. I know that for a fact. I just don't know how much. But anyways, still, way over 75 pounds. And so we're like, okay, fine. And so then he leaves, and so we see this other train thing. That's a kid thing, but it actually runs around the mall. And no one was at it, so we're like, we'll just sneak on real quick and get a picture and everything. But then we noticed that it's it's broken down, and that's why no one was there, because they couldn't use it and they weren't working on fixing it yet. And so we're like, I really don't want to get in trouble for trespassing or whatever. And so at least that's what I was thinking. And so I'm like, let's not. So we're walking around the mall trying to find a mic and everything, and we finally find a mic. So now, because we found a mic, we got a bonus point for finding a mic. And because we had to hug someone named Mike or something. Mike something or something, I don't remember what the other names were. And getting an autograph for Sean, from a Sean, Gus, or a Mike. And so we got a bonus point for getting his autograph, but it was just you had to... from a salesman named Mike. And so we found a salesman named Mike. And, so that was interesting. And, it's crazy. It's really crazy. It was super fun. So, but what we did is once we got all these pictures, we met in the food court at cause we took 2 hours to do this or something. And so we met at the food court at like 8:20, 25, 8:30, somewhere around there. And we like compare, so like neither of us got them all done, especially that 50-cent one. Like no one could find any 50 cents in the ground. But we compared on like how much we had done and how much they had done. They had a lot more done than we did. The only one they didn't have that we had was number 6 on the thing. And then neither of us had the one with the 50 cents. And it was super weird. So what we would like write down the numbers that we didn't have, and they would do the same thing, and then we'd cross out the ones that like that neither of us had or whatever. So yeah. And it was like a first place gets 10 points, second place gets 5 points type of a deal. So we get back to their house, and we sit down and we have some cake and some ice cream and some more candy, and we ate like a whole crap ton of candy, you guys. Like, it's not even funny. Like, there was like this big, like, you know, like those big like Easter baskets sometimes with like the little handle thing. It was like one of those, and it was like not thinner, but like the Easter baskets are like this, and it was probably here. And we ate so, like, it was, when I walked in, it was like basically overfilling. When we left, it was like perfectly fine. Like, it was like if this is the rim, it was like right under the rim. We ate a lot. And so then after that, we sat on the couch, and because all the pictures and stuff were on my phone, I had to download this app, because we airplayed it onto Amber's TV with her Xfinity account. And so I get this app, and she gets her app because she's got the pictures on her phone, and we sit beside each other, and then Mick and Abby sit beside each other, and Christine's in a rectangle. Oh, a recliner. Not a rectangle. She's in a recliner. That was my fault. And she's like judging on who like takes the best picture or whatever, who's the funniest. So, we actually ended up losing, but that's okay. It was super fun. And after that, we actually ended up playing Sorry at like 1 a.m. Well, we played this like wink.
Yeah, I guess it's closer.
Like this wink.
No, mine. No, it's
Wink,
yours.
winky, wink,
Mine.
wink, or
Like,
something like that. I don't remember.
yours.
But you had to write down, like,
Mine.
each person had to write
No.
down 3 sentences or questions, and then you had to, like, act out a scene, but the first words you say have to be that line.
Mine.
And so it was super
It's
funny.
mine.
And so, yeah, we did that, and then we played Sorry at, like, 1 a.m. or something like that. And then Amber blew up the, not blew up, like, explosion, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the air mattresses, she blew up the air mattresses for us to get ready to go to bed, and then they fell asleep, and Mick and I stayed up watching Beauty in a Briefcase that Amber put in, because she wanted us to watch it, she wanted to watch it with us, and then Abby and Amber fell asleep, so Mick and I are just like, okay, I guess we'll finish this. So, we're, like, watching this, and it's funny, so we're, like, trying not to laugh to wake everyone up, because we're the only 2 awake. And our dog is, like, super protective, so if, like, we're too loud, the dog will come out here and start barking, and so we're just trying not to, like, make too much noise. And, all of a sudden, we start hearing the snoring, and so Mick and I look at each other, and we're like looking around, we're like, who, is that Amber or Abby? And to this day, I still can't figure it out. I don't know if Mick has figured it out, but I'm like, because I was talking to Christine, Amber's mom, and she's like, well, Amber snores sometime, and then Abby was like, I've heard that I snored, so I really don't know who it was, but, we played that wink game, we played Sorry, we watched Beauty in a Briefcase, then we went to sleep, and we woke up in the morning, and we had cinnamon roll wheels, which if you, like, ever had those, they're delicious. So, and because I did that, I'm I'm not gonna say this is my own thing because it's not. I got it from one of my favorite YouTubers, Azzyland. You should go check her out. She's so fucking funny, you guys. Like, OMG, she's so great. And her little like stuff that she does, like, I love you all so much. Bye, have a great day, etc. And she goes, delicious, and she's just so funny. I just love her. So, and when she's doing videos with her boyfriend, that's the greatest. She did this one where it's like, my boyfriend picked out my outfit for the day or whatever, and it was so bad. She's like, this is really what you think I would actually wear? He's like, yeah! It's so bad though. You guys have got to go check it out. But yeah, so this is the end of this video. I will go ahead and go edit this video here. You guys comment and do your stuff and do your stuff as great subscribers, and I will be editing this video and post it with all the pictures and possibly the videos. And so some of the videos are just normal stuff that we like riding down an escalator. We had to do that. But yeah, keep going and having fun. So peace out. Bye.